going on, everybody? Rob A here. Today we are taking a look at the Mega Construx Masters of the Universe Panthor at Point Dread set. The set has 557 pieces and retails for right around $50. I picked this up today at my local Walmart store, so you should be able to find them in your area pretty soon, if not already. The big thing about the set, of course, is that it does come with Panthor and another version of Skeletor, which is fine because it is a new version with his battle armor, and you do get another variant of the Sorceress, which is pretty cool in her all-white gear, as well as a Zodak figure. Yeah, pretty cool. So you do get the, was it the Talon Fighter, I think is the official name of this thing. I could be wrong, and I apologize. I have not had a proper He-Man toy in many, many years. But the cool thing about this set is, flipping onto the back, you can see it does indeed attach to the Castle Grayskull set, which is really cool. I'm excited to do that. I do remember having the Point Dread set as a little Rob A, and I did have it indeed attached to my old school Castle Grayskull as well, so really, really cool. You can see some of the tech details inside the Point Dread playset, as well as just the various characters and things that come in the set. You got some firing missiles, opening canopies, you know, all that fun stuff you got going on. On the side here, you've just got Skeletor. On the top here, you've got some of the characters in the set. On this side, you just got all the languages. On the bottom, you've got just safety information. So, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get this set put together, and we're going to check it out right now. Alright, everybody, Panthor at Point Dread, all set, ready to go. Let's take a look at these micro figures. First up, we have Skeletor in his sweet battle gear, if it'll focus. There we go. So you can see some nice printing, some nice sculpting on that battle armor. No battle damage feature, unfortunately, but it does actually have nice purple printing on the inside, so it looks like it's just chains over his back, which is a pretty cool feature. Or a pretty cool little thing they did, so that's neat. Comes with a battle axe. You got that going on. All the articulation is still there. Still very much a Skeletor figure. So you got that going on. There you go. Skeletor. Also, I feel personally, and you know, obviously it's going to vary from figure to figure, I feel like this is definitely one of the nicer paint jobs I've gotten on a Skeletor figure, despite the fact that the line for his teeth is just a smidge low. But I mean, that's really not that bad in the grand scheme of things. It looks pretty good. The eyes are nice and clean. Yeah, it's just a nice job they did. But again, no battle damage, scratches, which is a bummer. But hey, what are you gonna do? So very cool, very cool. Don't fall. Okay, there we go. Next up, we have the Sorceress in her pumpkin spice latte gear. And again, we don't want to focus. There we go. There we go. Thank you. Again, looking nice. You know, very nice outfit. All in white. Very, very wintry. Very fun. You know, and I'll show a quick comparison with the original figure that came with Castle Grayskull, so you guys can get an idea of the differences. Really, the main difference is just the color of this cape and the boots. Otherwise, you know, mostly the same. But either way, I mean, pretty cool. I will say though, you get another bird here in the back. The Sorceress bird form, and if you if we keep getting more of these, Castle Grayskull is going to start looking like the Hogwarts Owlry. Am I right, everybody? Yep. Okay, so moving right along. Here we have Zodak, who is a new character to the Mega Construx Masters line. You can see those creepy beady eyes in his helmet. Very nice sculpt overall on the helmet, I feel. Pretty nice job, I think they did. Really cool. He's got that kind of fuzzy, furry body underneath his armor piece. He's got a little red gun. Pew, pew, pew. You can fire that off. And, you know, obviously the same belt everybody has, the same waist everybody has, and he's got Skeletor feet. Because He-Man! Yeah, so, I mean, overall, pretty cool figure, I feel. But there's not really a lot to him. He's just a He-Man figure in red armor and with a different head. There you go. But Zodak, if you're into that, there you go. I think it's pretty cool. Now, there's a lot of different components here I gotta get. Panthor in this set, which is nice. It is just a repaint of Battle Cat, which is fine. So there you go. Looks very cool. Really nice job on that face print. You got the armor, of course. Really nice. And I'll go over the articulation very quickly here in a moment. But I do want to ask a question to my viewers. Does Panthor, because I don't recall Panthor ever having a helmet. I don't know if... So my knowledge of He-Man really only goes as far as the classic 80s cartoon and like the storybooks and stuff like that. And I really don't remember Panthor ever having a helmet of any kind. I know I've seen pictures of him where he's got like this big kind of like ram's horn helmet, very reminiscent of Skeletor's staff. But I don't recall ever seeing that in any of the media I'm familiar with. So I do apologize, but you do get a helmet in this set. It is just a Battle Cat helmet in the kind of dark teal or dark aqua sort of color here. And you can put that on his head if you're into that sort of thing. Just goes right there. And now you've got like dark Battle Cat. But I don't recall him ever having a helmet. My assumption is that they just included it because it's probably just a mold partner with this piece, and they were like, alright, yeah, just toss it in there. Do it up. So you do get that included, which is kind of a cool freebie. But yeah. So Panthor has some articulation. And of course we can remove the armor as well. I'll just take that off just to get it out of the way. So articulation, head is on a stock ball joint. Wiggle waggle, turn that all around. Really nice range of motion there. The neck itself can go up and down. I got that going on. Front legs are on a ball joint at the shoulder. Front paws can go back and forth and spin all around like that. Back legs are just on a ball joint. Paws are fixed in place but have a spot for a stud, and the tail is on a ball joint, so it can go up and down about that far, but it can go all the way around. So very cool. And they have Panthor. He does come with a display stand that he can peg onto, and that just holds him nice and steady in whatever pose you want to put him in. So very, very cool. And then you can just plug the armor back on if you can find it. There we go. And Skeletor can of course ride Panthor into battle against Point Dread, which we're going to talk about right now. Move all these guys kind of out of the way so I can get things sort of going here. Maybe I should talk about this. It's an array of weapons. I'm not sure if it's for He-Man and his guys, or Skeletor and his guys, because it seems like a dark blue version of the one you actually get with Castle Grayskull. It's basically the same. So, I mean, you could probably give it to the bad guys just to have them have a little more stuff going on. So, you do get this cool armor stand as just like a little added bit. Point Dread. It is very simple. I like the, you do get a lot of crossover with Castle Grayskull as far as the kind of brickwork here. The curvature is really well done. Sorry, Sorceress. Sorry, Sorceress. I'll just put you off to the side. You're just going to fall anyway. And you can see underneath you have these 3 bricks, which you don't have to have. You can detach those. Those are in a separate part of the instructions. These are exclusively to attach it to the Castle Grayskull set. So if you don't have that, you can do without these 3 bricks. And it will, you know, stand flat. But obviously, I'm going to attach mine so it's raised up a little bit. You can see the landing pad here for the Talon Fighter. Inside, you can see some stuff behind the window. So we can just turn this guy around. Go staircase. And you can see there's this little black console here with a couple of clips for weapons or whatever you want. And then you can spin it around and you can see that there's some cool features here. Really nice printed pieces all around. You got some dials. You got this nice kind of bubble screen with the cosmos in the background. All these buttons and things like that. And one big red button. I assume it's just going to be the self-destruct for the entire tower. Or the Talon Fighter. I don't know. That's, you know, it's whatever you want it to be, really. But that's pretty cool. And a really nice Easter egg that they actually put in here was if you flip this to the side, you get a sweet Masters of the Universe record. Granted, my printing is off-center on my copy, which is a bummer, but it is what it is. But it is a copy of the record that originally came with the Talon Fighter set way back in the day. And I remember that record pretty well. My brother and I listened to it quite a few times in our childhood memories. So very, very cool. I really enjoy that they added that little Easter egg in the set. Very, very nice. The Talon Fighter, of course, can mount right on top. And just pop it up there. And there you go. And it's mostly sturdy up there. I mean, it is just 2 studs kind of plugging into the bottom of these little chicky legs, so you know you can't really bash it around too much, but it'll stay for the most part, not a problem. So that's pretty cool. And the Talon Fighter itself is a neat little vehicle here. Let's take a look at it. I do wish they had kind of, I don't know, done something different with the beak. Just made it a little pointier in the front. Looks a little bit more like a Gonzo nose this way, but that's a nitpick, to be honest with you. You got some nice variants in the color here. You got some lighter yellow-orange here, and then some just kind of orange in the over the top. And then, of course, there's it's kind of like burnt sienna wings with some nice feather patterns as well. On the back, you can see you've got a couple of thrusters back here, a few more, I assume, some like just bits and bobs, little details here throughout. Very nicely done. On the back, of course, or on the bottom, we already showed you the little Talon feet, which you can articulate the claws individually if you so desire. They just can swivel around to whatever position you find best. And then, of course, over the top, we have this nicely molded canopy. Some guns on the side. You got a little radar dish. You do have a firing missile, which actually fired way farther than I anticipated. Okay. And then you can, of course, open this up Inside, you'll find some room for a couple of figures as well as some nice printed pieces. Now, I did have to modify this from the instructions just a little bit, and I'll probably have to modify it some more. These little handles and this piece here were farther forward, and I couldn't fit anybody in. I assume maybe that I'm supposed to like jam somebody's feet into this little hole, but I just couldn't quite get that to work nicely. So we'll try it out with Zodak here and see what we can do. We'll take his little weapon and we'll just store it right here on the back. So we'll store that up. We'll get his feet together. And we'll try and jam them in here. And get his little hands on the pegs. Hands on the pegs. Come on, dude. Hands on the pegs. There we go. And he fits fine. Now that I've moved these back, he can fit fine with his feet here. But I have a hard time getting his little toesies to kind of get into that hole. So in theory, you should be able to fit 2 figures in this jet. But I've yet to be able to like quite get it to work out. I'm just gonna have to move some stuff around, I think. But you can close the canopy up and have him fly around in the Talon Fighter, which is very, very cool. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and pause the video so I can grab Castle Grayskull and show you guys how to attach your 2 sets together. Exciting? Exciting. So I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I apologize for the shaky cam here, but I had to do the handheld for this part, just because Grayskull is a little bit tall and my recording space is just a little bit short. So here we go. Up on the top of Castle Grayskull, the set does include these extra pieces that go right onto the top of this little parapet here, and you just plug those in, and they're actually, I'll show you what they are. It's 2 regular bricks, one plate, and then these specialized kind of hollowed out bricks that you just plug in here and here and here, and you'll have to find a different place to put your Eternia flag, like I don't know, right there I guess, and anywhere's fine, it doesn't matter. And then again, you've got your 3 bricks here, and you just kind of line them up, and there you go. And now you have Point Dread attached to the top of Castle Grayskull, and you can of course then mount your Talon Fighter right to the top, and you've got yourself a an extra large castle with a big old bird on the top. You know? Because why not? You got a big old castle, put a bird on it, man. Do it up. Yeah, so then of course you've got your little battle accessories off to the side here. You've got Panthor. If you have the Roton set, you've got Battle Cat. If you've got the Roton set, you've also got Roton. And the Wind Raider is just too far for me to reach right now, but just imagine it right here. And then pretty much you can have your 80s childhood play out just on a smaller scale. And it's actually pretty great. Of course, we'll put the Sorceress right here, if she wants to stand up, and she doesn't ever, so there you go. And we'll put the other Sorceress here, and we'll just stick a couple of birds in, just cuz. And yeah, so there you have it. There is the Panthor at Point Dread set all together. attached to Castle Grayskull. I think it looks pretty great. I'm very pleased with it, and I'm really glad that they went ahead and made not only this set, but made it compatible with the castle, and kind of put the forethought into it. I think it looks really nice all together, and just makes a fantastic display piece. So that's going to do it for this review, guys. I want to thank you so much for watching. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button. It really helps me out. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more. I will have more Mega Construx Masters of the Universe stuff coming real soon to you, so keep an eye out for that. In the meantime, thanks again for watching, guys. I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.